Hi everybody, it's Honest John. I want to talk about the Keystone XL oil pipeline. It's been in the news a lot lately, but most people don't really know a lot about it. We do know the Republicans tried to paint Obama into a corner by only giving him 60 days to make a decision about that pipeline, but what he did was he called their bluff by deciding against it and saying they could reapply again. Now, the GOP is trying to use it as an issue along with the whole drill baby drill thing. They really love that. And with prices rising, it seems like a legitimate issue. And if they lie hard enough and often enough, they'll probably be able to convince a lot of people about it. But here's the problem. See, most of us think that what we're used to is that the price of a commodity is based on supply and demand. But that's not the case with oil and gasoline. If that were really the case, the price of gas right now should be under $3 and heading towards $2 because supply is up. The United States has never in its history produced as much oil as it's producing now. Not only that, but we're getting 75% of our oil from ourselves, from Canada and Mexico, and not from the Middle East. But see, there's all this instability and uncertainty in the Middle East, which is driving the price of oil up. And that is because of speculation. See, we had our chance to rein in the speculators during the financial crisis, and of course the politicians passed on it. If you want to control the price of oil, you have to control speculation. You have to limit it. And see, here's the thing. Part of the reason for all this speculation and all this uncertainty in the Middle East is because so many of the Republicans and some Democrats are beating the drums for war in Iran. Despite the fact that all of our intelligence agencies agree that Iran stopped working on its weapons program in 2003. Now, Iran is making gains in nuclear technology, and they could reinstitute their weapons program quite easily if they wanted to. And also, they are not cooperating with the IAC. But war really isn't necessary. The Republicans are also doing that for political advantage, and so is Benjamin Netanyahu. If he were really concerned about Israel's security, the last thing he would want to do is start a war with Iran. What Benjamin Netanyahu is concerned about is staying in power and consolidating his power. And Iran, again, makes a very convenient enemy for them because the leadership of Iran is a bunch of sleazo nutsoids. That's just a fact. But back to the pipeline. The Republicans claim it would create hundreds of thousands of jobs. The reality is that it might create about 2,000. Now, that's nothing to be sneezed at, but it is nowhere near what the right wing is claiming. But here's the thing, that pipeline is real long. And it's going to go to a bunch of different places, but mainly to the Gulf. And the oil that would be going through that pipeline is a lot thicker than regular oil which we obtain from wells. The oil that's gotten from the oil sands up in Canada is very thick, and pumping it all the way down to the Gulf and the other places it would be going would create a lot of pressure on those pipes. And it would endanger the water supply for millions of people in the Midwest. A leak from that oil pipeline would devastate the economy of the United States of America, and especially in the Midwest. It would not bring down the price of gasoline. As a matter of fact, the whole reason for building the pipeline to the Gulf is so that the oil can be refined there and then placed on tankers for shipment overseas. If it were really about getting oil to the United States, it would be cheaper, faster, and safer to just build a couple of refineries right by the oil sands and then bring it to the United States in trucks. So what's happening is that the oil company is trying to convince us, the oil companies and the right-wing politicians are trying to convince us to risk our environment, our water supply, so that they can make more profit with no benefit to us. Thanks for listening.